have I missed hanging out with you guys. So sorry about my little hiatus. Just life got heavy with kids, and then I was taking 2 classes for school on top of being a stay-at-home mom and run the household. And then honestly, if you guys don't know, I lost my grandpa about 2 years ago, December 4th. So the last couple Christmases have been a little heavy, so I've been trying to get through that and deal with that, but we're good. The weather's warming up, it feels like spring outside, and I'm ready to get back to socializing with you guys. So we're going to start our first video back with a home tour. So previously I had been doing like a Victorian Gothic kind of theme in our home. I will have a couple videos linked if you're curious about that, if you're a new friend. But with spring and, you know, the mood kind of been down and spring and summer coming up, I wanted to just do a complete overhaul of the home. So while I've been gone, that is one thing I have been working on. I have been turning our home into more of a Regency Bridgerton inspired theme. So we're going to jump right into it now. We're going to start in my master bathroom first. I figured we normally start at the front of the house, so I thought we'd switch it up a little bit and start kind of at the back of the house in our master bath. All right, here's kind of a little wide angle overview. And then I'll kind of go through and name everything that has changed. And I'll try to link as much as I can down below if you're interested in buying some of this stuff. So over here by the shower, we just have this cute swan print. I got this off of Amazon. I want to say it was around $30. I have had this one a while. I incorporated it a little bit into my Victorian Gothic theme. And then this bath mat is new from Dollar General. I only paid $6 for it. And then I painted our cabinet white. I will try to put a before picture up. That way you can see the changes. This was like a coffee color. It's actually still the same in our guest bathroom, so you'll see what it did look like there. And then I switched out these knobs to this little brass floral detail. Love those. So I've got it on my medicine cabinet and my vanity. This candle holder, I thrifted it, I'll say, from my mom's house. And then these twist candles, it's kind of a lavender, but these are from the Dollar Tree. So I grabbed those. This little trinket I have, that's my thyroid medicine, sorry. That little trinket box I found at the Goodwill several years ago. And then my soap dispenser, I've had it, but I used it because I put some blush soap in there, and then it's kind of got that pressed glass look to it. This floral picture was from the Walmart. I want to say it was like around $8. I've had my towel ring here. It's from Temu, around $8. And then this lavender towel, I'm probably going to switch them out eventually, but it's from Walmart for under $2. And then one of my favorite pieces I have picked up is this little rug from Dollar General. It was $12, and I've got one similar in my master bath. My light fixtures in here are still the same as they were, but I think it pops a lot better with the Regency Decor / Bridgerton than it did before. And then in my water closet here, I do have the same chandelier as before. And then I just have this Meadow picture from Walmart. I want to say it was around $10. You guys have seen some of this when we were talking about moving, because I'd picked this stuff out for the new house. But that didn't end up working out just yet. But just a little update with that if you're curious. Just not right now. I'm not going to say it's a never thing, but it's definitely a not right now. And then my same little toilet paper holder from Temu. So I'll give you another little kind of overview. Now we're going to move on and talk about my master bedroom. I would say this room has definitely gone through the biggest transformation and definitely the inspiration for this whole home makeover, as my gaming setup used to be in here, and just sitting in here gaming for 5-6 hours at a time really got to me when it was darker. But we actually completely redid the game setup, and you'll definitely see that a little later on in the video. We took our home theater and made it a gaming room / home theater combo. But now we're going to get into the details of the room. Starting over here on my husband's nightstand. You guys, this lamp was a Dollar General find. $25. It blew my mind. It's kind of like a lavender color. And the bottom of it has the little detail. Scallop detail. So I love this. I did get these dollies off of Amazon. It was $8 for a 2-pack. And then it's got a little floral emblem there. These coasters were off Amazon. It was like $18 for 6, I believe. So that's what my husband's nightstand looks like. Of course, down here we got the technology stuff. This bedding, you guys. Oh my goodness, I love it. So it's got this fringe detailing. It is from Walmart. Mainstays, can you believe it? And it feels so good. It doesn't feel cheap. And it was like $60. And it come with this bed skirt too. 2 pillow shams. Several pillowcases, and then a decorative pillow that I'm actually using somewhere else in the home. But my husband actually picked this out, and he did a very good job. I was a little worried and skeptical because when you buy the packaging, the only thing you see is the like pillowcases and stuff. So it comes with the pillowcases and a sheet. And I was like, I don't know, like I love the color, I love the blush, but that is a lot of floral. But no, girl, this bedding, plain bedding. So I do love the sheets and the pillowcases it comes with, and I was extremely happy and surprised to see that the actual comforter and shams was a natural cream color. Our bed is still the same. This painting above the bed here, this was actually, I had this frame already, and I just got ChatGPT to draw me up a little picture, and I had Walmart print it and ship it to me. So love that. And then this blanket here at the foot of the bed, Dearest Gentle Rita, was also another Walmart find. They had a Bridgerton section set out in the book area, and they had these blankets there. This is actually one of 2. These were $18. My husband got me both of them. So I love that. Just brings a little pop of green in here. Matches with the painting over there some. And then over here on my nightstand, I've got the coaster, the dolly as well, and then I actually got this book stack planner off of Amazon a couple summers ago. I've already tried to do this one time and then just went back to my Gothic stage, but we done it completely this time. And then here I have some lavender stems from Dollar Tree. You guys, I do have some bird seed in there to help my flowers stand up. You got to do what you got to do. But then my mom actually made this flower pot stake or yard stake. I did have it outside by my porch, but I was like, you know what? I can bring that in, put it in my little flower pot on my nightstand, and it will tie into my curtains over here. So yes, my mom made that. She did a wonderful job, very talented. And then my curtains. All right, I'm gonna tell on myself. You guys, these were in the youth section of Walmart. But I thought, no way, that will tie into my blush sheets and stuff on my bed. It's got butterflies and florals, bees. I loved it. I said, I don't care if it's in the used section, it's coming home with me. I will say they were a little pricey though. They were like $20 a panel. But I love it. It was totally worth it. It completely lightened up the room because we were talking about painting our room and everything too to kind of help. But we painted the doors back white. I've still got a few splotches, if you can tell, that I've got to redo there. But yeah, I don't even think we need to paint in here now. It's definitely light and bright, and bringing in all the neutrals definitely helped brighten the room up. Same ceiling fan I've had for forever. And then down here I found this cute Mainstays pink floral wall plug from Walmart. I thought it went really well with my curtains. I don't like that it's down on the floor, but all my plugs are on the floor. I do wish I could have it a little more in sight. I thought about putting it in the guest bathroom, but I just put it in here for now. I thought that was very Bridgerton-esque. Now we're going to walk over here into my closet for just a second. I have just a little detail over here, and that is I changed out our rug in here to this floral print rug from Walmart. This was $36 and some change. I got the 4 by 5.5, I believe it was. So, loving that. Before we move into the guest bathroom, we're just going to step in here in the hallway for a second and talk about this painting. You guys, I thrifted this. We had something similar that I had actually borrowed from my sister-in-law. I decided not to go with the Victorian theme, so I gave that back to her, and then I was lucky enough to come across this at Goodwill. So this is just what that looks like. And then we did switch out this light to a floral looking light. Here's kind of a better view maybe with the light off. So it definitely brings in the green and gold from the painting. Now in our guest bathroom, I already had this mirror in here, but I put these wall sconces up and I put my Dollar Tree candles in there. You ignore the candles, they just kind of do whatever they want to. They have a personality of their own. I've had this light fixture already. This is a flower print that I also had ChatGPT draw me up, and I already had this frame from a yard sale. My little Temu towel ring here. And this, you guys, was another Walmart find. $5, Mainstays wall plug. I love the blue. Definitely reminded me of Bridgerton. And I don't know if I've got to tell you guys about my new towel warmer, but I will do that really fast. This was a Christmas present from my husband. So it's a towel warmer with a fireplace. I just thought that was so cute and relaxing. Now this is what the vanity in our master bathroom used to look like. I think I'm going to keep it this color in here. Oh, it did kind of like have a bottom shelf. We chopped that off as well. Mainly because it kept getting water damaged. But and then I put these gold knobs in here. And these were actually on my kid's dresser, my boy's dresser. And there was just like silver ones in here. I switched those out. You know, gotta shop your house where you can. My little soap dispenser was from Amazon. The same kind of pressed glass is in my master bath. I will talk about my glass crystal knobs just real fast. I actually swapped these out 4 years ago when we first moved in. So just another little detail that adds to the theme. Okay, now in here, I believe my favorite find is this shower curtain from Amazon. It was $45, but I love it. I love the little frame florals, the gold. It definitely ties in to some other parts of the bathroom. This is my other rug from Dollar General I was telling you about that matches the one in my master. And so I actually got this shower curtain based off of this rug that I already had with the blue and pink flowers. And then I've got the same towel as my master there. So I really just try to pull in lots of pastel colors, pinks, blues, that kind of thing. I will eventually go through and repaint all the doors white just to help lighten up the home. Alright, so the kitchen is probably the room that's had the least amount of changes, but there's definitely been some changes nonetheless. So let's talk about it. First, we got this new light fixture. I'll try to insert a picture, but we did have like the Spunknik light that had like 6 different lights. This one's just gold and pressed clear glass. I love it, very vintage. It kind of matches this one over here that we have had for a while. I did paint this little, I call it the drive-through window. I painted it white. It was just like a natural wood. I feel like it made it very dated. So painted it white. I feel like it brightens everything up a lot better, makes it look a lot more cohesive. I got a new dish drying mat. I actually just picked this up from Walmart a couple hours ago. It's the Beautiful brand. It's kind of got like this powdered blue trim with some blue florals. Very Bridgerton inspired. I even asked ChatGPT, it said yes. I'll talk about these light switch plates. I've had them since we moved in, but definitely one of those small touches that helps pull the theme together. Back here, I just have my little candy jar sitting in the corner. I got this hydrangea towel from Dollar Tree. So I was very happy to pick that up. And then I got this long rug. It's kind of a blush from Dollar General. It was like $12. I originally got it for the bathroom, and the pinks in the bathroom didn't quite get along with this one. So I just did some rearranging there. We got this new coffee pot for Black Friday. I don't know if I got to tell you about it, but there that is. And then over here on my dining room table, we got sippy cups. That's just, you know, life with 4 children. But a while back, probably a few years ago, I thrifted this candelabra. I slapped that right here on the table. And then that's another yard sale find that matches the one in the guest bathroom. And I just got Chat to mock me up a tea set picture, threw that in there. And then this guy was from Amazon, about $40. I will say I was expecting it to be a little bigger, so I feel like I need another frame right here. I just haven't found one that spoke to my soul yet. So we've had that light for a while. I love my black cabinets still, but I have toyed with the idea of painting them. Not sure on that yet because it goes well with the backsplash and the countertop, which eventually a 5-year goal is to replace the countertops anyway. So there's another spin around of the kitchen. Very minimal. I am still trying to stick to my minimalist journey. So we'll go back here to our little back hallway. Another functional area here where we hang our keys and stuff. But I did decorate this shelf up here a little bit with some teacups to kind of match here, because as you see, the two areas kind of go together here. This little bird here I have hanging by the picture was thrifted from my mom's. This little botanical wall piece was from Walmart, under $10. And then this tea set was also thrifted from my mom's. And then these red flowers, they're from the Dollar Tree. Now right off the hall, we have our formal living room here. We will start this side. So I thrifted these candlesticks from a yard sale. And then my little candles are from Walmart. They're about $1 a piece. This vase is actually like a bedside water picture that I used to have my mouthwash in. Do you remember that? But it's also got some pressed glass detailing there. I thought it'd be super cute to use as a vase. Here I have some more Dollar Tree roses. And then this little stick here is something else that my mom made. And this mirror is from Amazon. I paid $50 for this thing, and I'm a little disappointed because it is rather small. So I'm probably going to replace that eventually. And then my fireplace I've had for a while. My entertainment center I've also had for a while, but I did grab this botanical print wax warmer from Walmart under $10. These curtains were from Amazon along with the swan detailed curtain rods. I believe the curtain rods were $40 for a 2-pack. The same with the curtains. I originally got these curtains for my bedroom, but I didn't love how they looked in there. So I brought them in here and loved it a lot more because it matches my picture frame I have here along with my wall sconces. So this picture is also from that set that I had borrowed from my sister-in-law, gave it back, and it was one of my husband's all-time favorites. So I hunted it down on eBay and bought it from a seller on there. So it's just this Victorian mother and daughter sitting by a piano. Then my wall sconces I've had for a long time, thrifted those from Goodwill. This lamp was another Dollar General find, $25. And I just loved that it was like the pumpkin glass. I do have it sitting on a coffee filter just for some contrast until I can get a doily like the ones I have in my bedroom. I've had my table and coffee table for a while. That was thrifted from the Salvation Army, the Restore, the Habitat stores. And then I got this blue and white planner from a yard sale, and I just stuck my remotes in there. I'm thinking about getting a doily to sit under here too, just for a little more contrast and to kind of break it up. And then my coasters like I have in our bedroom. So again, very minimal. I did take the rug out of here. It was black, geometric, and gray. It's actually back there in our theater room. I may eventually get a replacement, but I don't mind it just being without a rug because honestly it's less I have to clean. So this is the other Bridgerton blanket I was telling you about when we were in my bedroom. And then this is also the decorative pillow that came with my bed set. I thought it would look very pretty sitting right here on my little couch to blend in the pinks from this painting, and then also my flowers on the fireplace. Now this is what my drive-through window looks like from this side painted. I do feel like it matches the gray here and makes it pop a little bit better than it did on the kitchen side, but I love it. Love, love, love it. Okay, so the last room we're going to talk about is the first room you walk into in the house. It's not that aesthetic, at least not as far as the rest of the house, but it is a space we love, very functional for us, and this is our game/theater room. So I'll try to find some before pictures, but this theater couch was pushed all the way back here against the window, and my husband had his gaming desk right here. But we pulled the couch up and made a his and hers game setup. So I did get a monitor to play on. I used the PlayStation. My husband is toying with the idea of building me a PC, but that can be awfully expensive. So for now, I am just using my PlayStation. I got a brand new desk. That's from Walmart. It was like $140. I will try to link it. And then my new gaming chair. You guys, I was so excited for this. Ain't she pretty? So she's got some cat ears on there, a little cat. And instead of like the hard racing back chair like my husband has, this one's actually like memory foam. So very good if you have a bad back. And so we put our mini fridge in between the both of us. It kind of sat right here. He's had his gaming set up for a while. He did get a new massive monitor though. But you know, whatever keeps him happy. And he built his computer and stuff last year. So this Harry Potter canvas I've had since we moved in. I got it off Amazon for around $20. My wall sconces I've talked about before. They were thrifted from Goodwill. Very Victorian, Harry Potter-esque with the cherubs there. I do feel like with the setup like this room has become a lot bigger. It feels a lot bigger. This is where we keep our candy and stuff. And then this lamp used to be in the living room. This I've kind of had all over the place decorating with it. And then in this box, we just keep our TV remotes. This used to be in our closet, our master closet, holding our sunglasses. I did undecorate the boys' room a little bit and brought the Harry Potter decor that was in here back in here because my kids are rough and they were beating on the walls, knocking everything down. And let's just be a little honest here. This stuff is way too expensive for them to be roughhousing and breaking. So this is back out of their room along with the Diagon Alley sign and the Hogwarts over there. Okay, that is it for this Bridgerton inspired home tour. I hope I gave you guys some good ideas if you're looking to also decorate your home in this theme. I hope I gave you some awesome ideas of where to find some of these things at. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!